Hey friends, welcome to today's video. Today I am sharing with you guys products to pick up if you are brand new to makeup. So where do you start? I'm just getting into makeup. What products do I need? How many products do I need? So today I'm going to be sharing with you my favorite beginner-friendly makeup products. Most of these are going to be drugstore because my thought is that if you are new to makeup, you probably don't want to go and drop a whole lot of money on a full set of makeup. So I picked my favorite budget-friendly drugstore products. There are some pieces in here that are not drugstore, but really I'll take time to kind of explain why I love these products so that you can head to the drugstore and see if there's a drugstore dupe or alternative for you. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Lisa and I'm a former makeup artist and MAC cosmetics trainer. So I actually used to train artists that work for MAC within the South Texas region many years ago, but I love teaching makeup. That's what my passion is. So if you hang out in my channel long enough, you will find that I like to teach practical makeup tips and tricks. So these are looks, these are tips that you can apply in your everyday makeup routine because I think makeup is powerful and it can make us feel empowered to be our best selves. So let's get started. Okay, so before we start with the makeup, I'm going to kind of go in the order of how I applied my makeup, so we will get into that. But first and foremost, we start with makeup brushes. So you definitely need to pick up a couple of makeup brushes and tools. Now, if you're new to my channel, I'm also the owner of BK Beauty. So I do have a BK Beauty set that I'm going to share with you guys. Today is actually the launch of our travel set, and I figured this is the perfect beginner set for a makeup, someone getting into makeup. It actually launches today, and we do have a special on it, which I'll go over later. But you want to get a couple of brushes. You're going to need a foundation brush. You're going to need a brush for powder. You're going to need a couple of eyeshadow brushes. And our travel set includes what I feel like are kind of the the minimum to get started. There's 5 brushes in this set. This is what it looks like. And in it, you get a foundation brush. This is our 101 and it's our best selling brush. You can use this for foundation, cream or liquid. You can use it for cream bronzer or cream blush, cream highlighter. It's really great for that. It comes with a powder brush. You're gonna see me use all of these brushes. I did this entire makeup look with just these 5, so you'll actually get to see them. So I'm not gonna spend too much time. But this is a 107. It's a powder brush. You're gonna need a brush to set under the eyes, set your powder, blush, bronzer, and I use this for everything. Now I have 3 eyeshadow brushes in this kit, and I think that these are great brush styles to choose from. So again, if you want to head to the drugstore and look for similar shapes, this is what you got. You have a basic brush to apply your shadow. This is our 203. It's a great lid brush. This is going to pack your color on your lid. Then in the middle, you have a good blending crease brush. Then the last one here is a good detail brush. So that can smoke out liner. Today I used it to smudge out my liner. You can also create a little outer V, create more of a defined crease. So it's kind of like a detail brush. So really you need, I would say, a good 4 to 5 brushes if you're going to do a look like this. If you're not going to do a lot of eye makeup, you certainly don't need 3 eyeshadow brushes, but at the least you're going to need a foundation and a powder brush and 1 eyeshadow brush. This currently, like I said, it just launched today and it's available on bkbeauty.com, and we actually have a Black Friday Cyber Monday promo going where you get our free BK Beauty True Beauty palette in it as a free gift. It's a $45 value. So whether it's BK Beauty brushes or brushes of your choice, your favorite brand, you want to look, well, I guess if you're new to makeup, you might not have a favorite brand, but you know what I mean. You want to look for brushes that cover those bases, okay? I'll have all the details for our Black Friday Cyber Monday in the description box. Let's move on. So next we have a foundation, and I picked the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear Foundation because this is such a beautiful drugstore budget-friendly foundation. I feel like this is great for all skin types. It's long wearing. You want to find something that is long wearing. You want to find someone that is versatile in coverage. This, you can get pretty natural looking coverage or you can get medium coverage. It is buildable, so you can kind of build it to get the coverage that you like. It looks very natural. It wears all day. Again, I think it's great for pretty much all skin types, really. If you have very dry skin, it's going to look more matte on your skin. If you have more oily leaning skin, then you will get a bit of a dewiness or glow to it. But overall, it's a really reliable foundation, and I love this one. It is my favorite and the one that I picked for this video for that reason. Next, you are going to need a concealer, and I did want to share with you guys one of my favorite drugstore concealers, and that is the Age Rewind by Maybelline. I have the shade 120 Light. This is a really really nice natural concealer. So you're going to get, you know, a good medium coverage. It looks very natural on the skin. It doesn't look heavy or cakey, which if you're starting out with makeup and you're new to makeup, then I'm gonna assume you kind of wanna stick with a natural look. You know, you've never really worn a lot of makeup before, so you don't wanna necessarily, you know, come out looking like you have a ton on. This, it really achieves that. And I like to blend it out with either my finger, or I also love to blend it out with a beauty sponge. The BK Beauty sponge is my favorite because it has a little tip. It's my favorite. It's my brand too. I just feel like I need to give you guys that disclaimer, but it has a tip to it, so I like to get under the eyes with this. And this is also a great product to have as a beginner makeup because you can use it for concealer. You can use it to fix any mistakes, which if you're a beginner to makeup, you're probably gonna make a few. But if you apply too much foundation, you just take a wet sponge, you wanna submerge it under water, and you just bounce it and it'll absorb excess product. So this is a really great tool for a beginner in makeup for that reason. Also, if you apply too much blush or too much bronzer, this basically works as an eraser. So that's a great tool to have. Okay, moving right along. So for powder, I always recommend setting foundation with powder. Even on my days where my skin feels dry, I feel the need to set with a powder. And there's so many options with powders. I am gonna recommend that you pick up a pressed powder versus a loose powder. And the reason for that is because this you can throw in your bag. It's more versatile. You can use it for touch-ups throughout the day. If you purchase a loose powder, then you just have this big loose powder here that maybe you use in the morning when you apply your makeup, but later throughout the day, are you really gonna wanna pull this out of your bag and touch up? Probably not. So go with the pressed one because again, it's got you covered all day long. I love the number 7 translucent powder. It's called the Lift and Illuminate Triple Action Powder. Oh, I love this powder. It is so beautiful. It rivals any expensive powder I've ever tried. It blurs pores. It makes the skin look smooth. I actually did a video that I will link down below when I tried this for the first time, and you can see my reaction on camera. I was like, oh my gosh, you can actually see it in the video. Like, the pores are gone. It's so beautiful. A cool thing too is you can, if you decide to travel with your little travel set, throw it in your bag or your backpack. It kind of fits, you can fit a compact powder right in here. So that's great. So definitely a powder, and I would recommend a press. Okay, moving right along, you do need a, let's talk about brows. You're gonna need a product for your brows. Now, I use 2 products for my brows, but I'm not gonna recommend that if you're new to makeup, you need to go do that. But decide what type of brow product works for you. Now, my favorite products are a pencil that is a little thicker and has more of a waxy tip to it, and it's a little thicker. Now, the reason that I like that is because it is going to fill in the brow really beautifully and give some shape to the brow. It also has a waxy formula, so it can kind of lay down brow hairs and keep them in place. This is really great for someone that doesn't have a whole lot of brow. And you will see, I'll insert some B-roll here, you'll see the difference in my brows with makeup and my brows without makeup. It's quite a difference. So I need a pencil to really fill them in and give them some shape. If you are blessed with beautiful, thick, full brows, you don't need a pencil. Just grab a tinted brow gel. I have this one from Essence. It's called Make Me Brow, and I really like it. I also love the Benefit Gimme Brow. That's probably my favorite, but I do think that the Essence is a great drugstore and budget-friendly option. Now, this is going to give a little bit of a tint to the brow, but it's also going to comb them in place and kind of keep them in place. It's kind of, think of it as like, you know, mousse for your hair, but it's for your brows. So again, if you have fuller brows, go this route. I like to use the 2 together, but again, new to makeup, decide which one is best for you and go with that. Next, you're gonna need an eyeshadow primer. Now, I know this might seem excessive to someone that doesn't really, you know, wear much makeup, but if you're gonna wear any eyeshadow at all, even if it's one shade, you wanna have something on there that's gonna keep that shadow in place all day long so you don't have like crease city, you know, halfway through your day. I am currently loving the Milk Eye Primer. Another one that I really love that's drugstore friendly is the Revlon Color Stay. I like that one a lot. And Milani has a great one too. I don't have any here, otherwise I would have featured them in today's video. But I like this one because it's translucent. So you just apply a little layer, you blend it in with your finger, and it's gonna basically make any shadow that you put on really adhere to it. It's gonna intensify the color and it's gonna keep it from creasing. So I'm gonna show you guys, you know, you can't even see it on my hand. It's very thin. It's kind of hard to mess up. You can't really apply too much. Just use your finger to blend it out, and that's gonna give you a great base for your shadow. Now, when it comes to eyeshadow, if you choose to wear it, I would recommend finding a palette that has neutral shades and that has your kind of go-to everyday shades. I have quite a few of them to share. I'm gonna kind of go through them quickly. I will have them listed and linked in the description box like I have all the products. In this look that I created, I used the BK Beauty True Beauty palette, and I do think this is a great everyday palette. It has 12 shades in it, so if you're new to makeup, maybe that's more than you need, but it does have everything you need, so I wanted to include it. You want to find a palette that has highlight shades for your brow, crease colors for your crease to create some definition, some shimmer shades to highlight the lid, and then some deeper shades for liner or to create more depth in the outer corner. Now, if you look at this palette and you think that's too much, I'm not going to use that many shades, I do have some other options for you. But remember, this is free with the purchase of the travel set, so I did want to include it for that reason. But if you were like, no, I don't need that much, show me some other options. The Sephora I Love palettes are wonderful. They are tiny. They have, how many shades do they have? They have 7 shades, I guess. They're tiny. They also have everything you need. You have a brow highlight color, you have crease colors, you have some colors for the lid, and these are $14, so they're a great deal. I have them in, this one is the light warm eyeshadow palette, and it's really beautiful. I'll show you those shades right there. Really beautiful neutral, very easy wearable shades. I also have it in the medium cool, which is probably my favorite. It is cool, but it has some golden tones to it too, bronze. These are really beautiful. I love these two. These are really nice. And then I also have a couple of other of their Eye Bloom palettes, which also have some great shades. The Sephora I Love palettes are really great options for beginners. Even though they're not drugstore, they're only $14. So I mean, I feel like that's a great deal. You do need one eyeliner. You could always use eyeshadow as an eyeliner, but I really like to have a chocolate bronze eye kohl. An eye kohl is a pencil that has a little bit of a waxy texture to it, so it allows you to smudge it or smoke it or soften it. But you do want it to be a formula that once it sets, meaning once it's dried, it doesn't move, it doesn't budge. And I love the Pixi Endless Silky Eye Pens. I think they're called pencils. Eye pencil. I feel like they're called, no, it is called an eye pen, which is so strange because it's an actual pencil. I love these. I have the shade Bronze Beam, and I can't tell you how many of these I've purchased over the years. It's such a beautiful shade. I just line my lower lash line and then I smoke it out with the brush, the 207 brush that comes in the travel set. So whether it's black or brown, I recommend brown. I think brown works for all skin tones. If you're darker, you have really dark hair, black, but I feel like black can be a little harsh, kind of for every day. And so I like to recommend a brown. A good mascara you're gonna need, and there are so many good mascaras out there. I'm using the Bobbi Brown Smoky Lash Mascara. I obviously have lash extensions, so I typically don't wear mascara these days, but you're gonna need a good mascara if you don't have lash extensions. Okay, let's talk about warming up the face and cheeks. You're gonna want a good bronzer and a good blush. I love the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. It is soft and beautiful. It looks very natural. It's foolproof. It's easy to blend. So I love this one. It comes in a couple of different shades depending on your skin type. And I don't like necessarily the matte ones as much as I like the originals. So they do have a matte version. I would recommend the original. Then for a blush, you want to find a color that is kind of like a natural flush to your skin. So, you know, it kind of looks natural. It doesn't look very obvious or intentional. And so I love the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Blushes. And I have 2 shades here. I have Apricot Kiss and I have Sweet Ginger. Sweet Ginger is a little bit more pink. Apricot Kiss is a little more peachy. That's what I have on today. Gives a slight highlight to the skin, but it looks very natural and just warms up the cheeks. So you definitely want to have a good go-to blush. I think, you know, start with products that are more of your everyday pieces and not like your bold fun. You might go to the store to pick out makeup and you're just really attracted to a palette that has all these bold fun shimmers and shades, and maybe you pick it up, that's great. But if you're just trying to get, you know, something to get started, I would always stick with neutral everyday go-to shades. So that's what I'm trying to share here. Okay, and last, let's talk about lips. So you want to have a good lip liner, a lipstick, and a gloss, or lipstick or a gloss. You don't necessarily need them both. I think it's depending on what formulas you like. Now for a lip liner, again, here's where I would go for something you see yourself wearing every day. I'm wearing the BK Beauty Sweet Pea lip liner. We recently launched these, and I love this color because it's a soft, neutral, rosy pink. It is, those are the shades that I like to wear. If you like to wear reds every day, then certainly go for a red shade. If that's your daily wear, go for that. But just pick a shade that you see yourself wearing all the time. So I have this one. Warm Spice is also another great option for a daily wear. It's just kind of like a warm, spicy cinnamon shade. I think it works for a variety of different skin tones. It's really, really beautiful. Now for lipstick, same thing. Go for a color that is your everyday easy one that you can just throw on regardless of what eye makeup you look, you know, your look you're wearing, you know it's gonna work. I have the shade Kindness on, and it is a really pretty warm peachy nude shade. I'll show you guys. Now last, if you like a gloss, you can certainly apply a gloss. If you don't wanna wear the 3 products, then I say just go with a gloss that has a good level of pigment to it. So you can put it on the lips and you're gonna have some color. It's not just gonna disappear in 10 minutes like a lot of glosses will do. I love the Pat McGrath formula of glosses. I feel like it's a good amount of pigment. It works to be placed over a lipstick like I wore it today over Kindness. But if you choose to wear it by itself, you're gonna get some color too. So you don't necessarily have to layer it on top of a liner or lipstick. You can just wear it solo. So if you do choose to just do one lip product, my recommendation would be a gloss with pigment to it, a good moderate level of pigment versus a lip liner or a lipstick. That's just my suggestion. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this and found this helpful. Again, I'll have all the products that I use and the shade names listed in the description box for you guys so you can reference that. I will also leave all the details for our BK Beauty Cyber Week sale, which is happening today. And our travel set launched today, and I'm just so proud of her. I'm so proud of her. And again, you get the free True Beauty palette, which is what I used on my eyes today with the purchase of the travel set. So we're real excited. Today is a big day for us. I hope you guys have such a beautiful, beautiful week ahead. Thank you for watching this video and spending some of your time with me here. I always appreciate your time. It's so valued, and I'm so grateful for you. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.